There are four major steps in a real estate closing. There are the contracts, there's the inspection, there's the walkthrough, and then finally there's the closing itself. So if you're going to buy a home, or if you're selling your home, the first step in the process is to have somebody make an offer on the property and the seller to accept the offer. And when that's done, there are going to be two contracts that are signed. The first is going to be the offer, which is a small contract. It's going to state the sales price, the date of the closing, and some other really basic terms. Once that's signed, then a longer contract, referred to as the purchase and sale agreement, is going to be drafted and signed. After the purchase and sale agreement is signed, usually within 10 days, the buyer will inspect the home to make sure that there are no major issues, or if there are minor issues, the buyer may want to ask the seller to make repairs or to adjust the sales price. After the inspection, the last or the second to last step in the process is for the buyer to do a walkthrough. So the walkthrough usually takes place right before the closing, either the day before or the day of the closing itself. And what will happen is the buyer will go in, he'll make sure that any repairs that were requested during the inspection phase, make sure that they were done and done properly. He'll also make sure that the seller has cleared out all of the seller's personal items. And then the last step is the closing itself. So typically what will happen is the seller will meet with his attorney and sign the seller documents, and then the buyer will meet with his attorney and sign the purchasing documents, and in some instances, if there's a loan, he's going to sign all of the bank documents. And then the two lawyers will meet, usually without the clients being there. They'll meet at the Registry of Deeds typically, and they'll exchange documents. The buyer's lawyer will give the seller's lawyer a check. The seller's lawyer will give the buyer's lawyer the deed, and then once the deed goes on record, the transaction is complete. Okay, so I hope that clarifies the real estate closing process. If you have any other questions, if you have any questions for me, give me a phone call, send me an email. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thank you.